Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and today we're going to start masking and painting the 109-20630 Craftsman mini lathe. We're trying to get as much done as possible. I've got 2 jobs that's got to be done by Saturday, so that when we go get the lathe, the Logan lathe, that's all that's on my table. So we're trying to knock out 2 projects at the same time. Number one, we're not going to knock this out completely. It's not going to be ready to sell until I get the motor and everything. We're just trying to get all that I have done, painted, back together, and then it'll be set aside, and then I got to do the transfer case shifter that I built for the transfer case for my buddy. So those are the 2 things that needs to be done. We're going to go this evening and pick up the shifter, try to find a shifter boot. So that's where we're at. So I'm going to put you down here. If I can do a video without hurting. I'll put you down here and show you what we've got cleaned up. We've got everything cleaned up, and I knew I was going to do that. Right now we're just going to be masking it off and getting it ready for paint. Now we've decided on a color. I got back from Walmart and got black hammered. That's what we're going to use. We got 3 cans. 3 cans ought to be enough to do this, because this black hammered covers really good anyway. I usually only have to put 1 coat on it. So we'll put you down here and we'll start masking this thing up. I always liked that black hammer. That is I love black hammered paint. It just looks really good. Anything hammered looks good. So had to turn my heat on today, man. Around here, you can't go from using AC to nothing and then using heat. You know, back home, I'm going to leave my coat on. Back home in West Virginia, where I was before I came here, when summertime ended, you had about a month before you needed to run any heat. Well, here it's from cold to, or from AC to heat immediately. You just go in and switch it on the thing. There's no transition. So what we're going to do here is we're going to mask all this off right here. I don't want any paint inside that groove. Alright, so now we need to cover the lathe, because we definitely don't want nothing getting on it, because this thing's getting ready to be sold. Yes, we're going to be selling the Grizzly if the Logan is okay. The reason for that is because this here will only feed in that direction. It will not feed in that direction. This here does not have any feed at all, auto feed. So I don't like that. I missed my Atlas for that very reason. So when I found the Atlas, I was looking for a Logan, because I had watched Mr. Pete's video on the Logan, and I've always liked that lathe, and I finally found one, and so we're going to sell this and replace it with the Logan. Anyway, let's get this thing covered up. So there we go, it's painted, and I'm going to wait until, now that was only one can. We're probably going to finish the can off and go over it one more time. So that will end this section, or part 2 of the Craftsman 10926 or 20630 mini Atlas or Craftsman lathe. I'll get it right. You know what I mean. So once it's dry, I'm going to wait until tomorrow before I touch it, because I want this thing to be completely dry before I start messing with it. It's going to look nice. All this part here is polished with steel wool. I was able to get all the paint off of the inside of that. Now I don't want to mess with the label any at all. That is one thing I do not like messing with, because you can rub the paint off of it and then you won't be able to read it. So all I did with this was I just took this pocket knife and just went over it, and this paint just chipped right off. It was easy as pie to get off. I mean, it wasn't even stuck. So that was lucky. You can see right here big old flakes of it, you know, that came off of it. So, you know, that's all that's going to get. You know, I might go over it one more time with the steel wool once I've got it installed. Other than that, that's going to stay aluminum. I don't like painting aluminum for two reasons. I think aluminum is pretty on its own, and the other reason is because it is hard for paint to stick to it, and eventually it will start peeling off and look worse than it did before you started. So I don't like to paint aluminum for that very reason. So that will end part 2 of the Craftsman lathe build. I hope this was entertaining, and you guys have a good one. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Later.